If you just joined me when I did the showcasing the training hair that we need, yes, now we're back into the training class. You're all welcome. Let's share the video so that we can start our training. Go ahead and share the video. Go ahead. Thank you so much and God bless you. Go ahead and share the videos. Go ahead. Let me bring this one in the middle. All these things, you need to arrange these things for them to like. Let's go ahead and put this one in the middle. Sorry though. Yeah. So now we are before we start our class this morning, I'm going to show you that the cornrow. I'm sharing from here. Let's go ahead and share. Thank you so much. Let's share and bring people in. As you come in, let's begin to tap. The more we tap, it's going to attract people to come in. It's going to do the work for us by bringing in people. Thank you and God bless you for that. Thank you so much. If today is your first time and you're joining us for the first time, my name is Grace Lowen from GraceLawendhair. So as you can see, let's go ahead and start. This one, if you're here when we did this cornrow, we're going to be doing the other part of the cornrow now. I'm going to finish this before we get into our class. Let me see if everything is set properly. If you can see the hair, you just let me know. Let's bring these things down so that everybody can see what we're doing. I think it's visible enough. Yeah. Then I'll switch it to this side. No matter what. Yeah, thank you. So this one, if you've not like I'm not going to put too much shining jam on this hair. So this hair is a braid whereby if you don't know how to add extension into hair and you know how to do cornrow, let me just show you a little bit of techniques that you can use with a crochet pin to put the extensions in the middle. Then you quickly start cornrowing the hair. So let's go ahead and do this one first. Before I didn't start, this is the part of the hair that we've not done. Yeah, so now let's go ahead. I'm going to section a little bit off. This one I've sectioned in the middle. I'm going to show you Ghana weave with this one. I'm going to show you Ghana weave with this one, how to add extension on the Ghana weave. But the other part, I'm going to put the extensions in the middle. Let me section this one out. So let's go ahead. If you're just joining, continue to share the video, like the video. It's going to bring more people in. Go ahead. Thank you so much and God bless you while I'm doing this. Because all this, you can always practice by yourself. When you have your training hair like this, you can always practice it. You can always practice it. Let's see. I don't want to do it beforehand. I just want you guys to watch it. So when we do this, we're going to move straight into our method of adding extensions into the braid. Just tiny bit I'm taking off from this one. This one I'm going to use it for the Ghana cornrows. Let me pin it down. Let me pin these ones down. I'm going to use it later for Ghana cornrows. Let's pin this one down. So this one now that we are going to be working with, this other side that we're going to be working with, you're going to, when you're doing yours before, don't take the cornrow in the middle straight from the beginning. Just take a bit of hair like this. This one, remove a bit of hair like this. When you take a bit of hair like this, bring it, let me bring the clip. Put this one aside first. Bring this one aside. Take a bit of hair, put it aside. Then you now section this hair into two. Open it like this into two. When you section it into two, you're going to take one strand of hair in the middle. Section it into two. This hair is a lot. It's too thick. This hair is a lot. Let's bring it down to the point whereby I can be able to section it into two parts. Then one on this side. Then you now go straight in the middle of this one that you have to section. Take a slight hair from this one. I hope you're seeing what I'm doing. So let me just quickly weave the hair down. That is why sometimes I normally do the hair down, but I want you to see how I'm going to do this now. This one that this is one part of it. Use your clip to hold this one. Hold this one. Then we're now going to take one hair out that we use in doing cornrow. This one that we are taking out from the middle now, that is where you're going to put your crochet hair in it. You're going to crochet it with extension. Then you start doing your cornrow. This is the other part of it. Do you understand? Let me show you guys. Look at the hair. If you section the hair, the first thing you're going to do, take the front bit a little bit out before you start. Take that one out. Then you now section this hair into two. This is one part. Bring this little one in the middle. Look at the little one in the middle. I'm going to cornrow this one in the middle now. See it? So let me cornrow it. Do the same thing when you're going to practice. So let me cornrow this hair so that you can see it. Take this one in the middle. Start the cornrow. Let me start it from the front so that you can see what I'm doing. Most times to showcase all these things, I don't know if you're seeing me fully. Yeah. Let me go ahead. I'm going to cornrow this. So if you're here and you're a beginner, let's do this one fast because I might not have the time to do it at the end of the day when we're doing other trainings. So if you're just joining us for the first time, you're highly welcome. In this class, what we do is that we teach about braidings. But now I'm just going to showcase some styles. Style of the day. Look at it. I will have to cornrow this one. When I cornrow this one in the middle, this middle that I cornrowed, I'm going to add extension into it. Look at it. I'm going to show you, use crochet pin. So this is friendly beginners as well. For those that doesn't know how to add extension into the hair. So you go ahead and try this method by cornrowing. Do it on your mannequin first. If it's your first time, try it. This is mannequin, I'm doing this hair. So if you try it on the mannequin and you succeeded in using the mannequin to do this hair, you can as well do it better off when you're doing it on a client or when you're doing it on your own hair. It's easier. So let's finish the cornrow here. So when you cornrow, it doesn't really matter. The cornrow might not be too fine, but just go straight and do it because you're going to insert hair into this. I'll show you how you can do it, then we'll now cornrow it. If you're the type, if you want to just do it like a stitch braid, because it's going to have some pattern of stitch braid, because when you're putting that extensions in the middle, look at it. Finish cornrowing this one, you do it like this. Make sure you end it. Can everybody understand? I don't know if you are seeing this on YouTube. Are they seeing it? Please type on the comment section if everything is visible. Sometimes I don't know what to do about it. Okay, look at it now. Can everybody see it? Section the hair. When you section the hair that you're working with, split it into two, then put one cornrow in the middle. Before you put your cornrow, take a little bit of hair from the front so that when you're starting your hair, you're using this one to start the cornrow. Yeah? So now let's go ahead now. You need a crochet pin for this one. If you don't have any crochet pin, go and get it. I told you that we use crochet pin to do a lot of things. I've been saying it online that we use crochet pin to do a lot of things, right? So now if you don't have crochet pin, go ahead and get one. So now the next thing is that this is the hair we are using. It's prepped already. This hair is prepped already. If you have time, I promise you today that I'm going to show you guys how to prep extension for those that doesn't know how to prep extension. When I finish this one in front of you, then we now go straight into prepping extensions. Look at it. Take the extension, is already prepped for you. It's already prepped. Go ahead and cornrow using it. If you have not added extension before, you've not done Ghana weave, go ahead and try this method to do your hair. Put the extension in the middle. It's good. You see that the cornrow is going to look different now. So now let's go ahead and open this. See the cornrow when you're adding. Let me explain. When you're adding the extensions, here, you take it bit by bit because you want your cornrow to start tiny from the beginning and keep adding up to the end. So now this is how you're going to do it. At this point, you're going to section all your extension on one side. Look at it. Smaller from small. I have my chair here. Maybe you might not be seeing it, but let me place it. Take the next one. Put it there. Take the next one. The more you go, the more bigger you add to this hair. It depends on what size of the hair that you want it to look like. It depends on what size of the hair you want it to look like. Please, let's continue to share the video. You know, I'm busy now. You guys have be the one doing it for me. I'm busy with this hair now. So go ahead and share, like the video. It's going to attract more people to come in, because now I cannot do too much because my hands are busy here. So now I've said I will section all these things on the chair. Then later I will tell you how to insert it. Then we'll cornrow the hair. That's one part of it. So if you're here today, there's no time you come online that you not learn one thing or the other. There's no time you come here. You have to learn one thing or the other to take home. So then this is it. I'm doing the sectioning. I'm putting it on my chair. So the same thing, you have to do it when you're doing your practical. If you don't have anybody to help you to pick this extension, don't let it discourage you. Look for a chair, handle of a chair, a dining chair, place all your stuff on it. Can you see it? Now let's put this aside. So the next thing, get your crochet pin. This is the crochet pin. I'm going to start from the small bit first. Look at it. I'm going to start from the small bit of it, and I'm sure everybody can see it. Then you take your crochet, open it, because the crochet have something like a lash to close it. If you want to use the crochet, open it first. You just open it. Go ahead and put it here. You see it? When you put it here, you make sure the hair are on the same position. Go ahead and place it. Close it. When you close it, you drag it out. You put it on one side. Can you see it? This crochet can do a lot of things. While we are doing all these things as beginners, most people, they don't know. They know how to cornrow, but they cannot add extension into it. For your cornrows to be fine with this extension, go ahead and use this method. Just go ahead, plait the cornrow in the middle, then you start adding your extension with the crochet pin in the middle. Look at it. When you add it, make sure you hold it on the other side, then you pull it out. You see, don't make it too close to each other. You'll be giving tiny gaps to each other. Can you see it? Doing the tiny gaps to each other. Most people were here when we do the other part of it. I promise that, okay, I'm going to come online here to finish this. So that's what we're doing now. So go ahead, as you're paying attention, tap on the screen. Share the video, let more people come in. Thank you so much. Let's see if this thing, everything is set very well, whether you can hear what I'm saying even. Can everybody hear what I'm saying? Let me say it. Can everybody hear what I'm saying? You can hear what I'm saying. Please say yes on the comment section. Do you hear what I'm saying? Let me see. Yeah. Yes, okay. That's absolutely okay. So now I'm taking the next one. Put the next one. All these things you're saying here, they are very, very important. You see, before you know it, you start doing these things. You bring them out, look at it. Sometimes I hope it's the way I'm positioned is okay. So you just watch me and I install them. While I'm installing this and I'm giving gap, I'm not coming too close to each other. But if you want it like you're doing this gap of a thing, it can still help you to form your stitch braid. If you want it like a stitch braid. If you want it like a stitch braid, it will help you. You pull it out, release that stuff, bring it out. So you see, now let's be quick about this. Let's be quick because we have only 2 hours to stay here. Any minutes that we have, we'll use it to do the trainings. Then next week, we'll continue of our braiding skills. Let's just go ahead and do this. Because if I don't do this now, we go into our training, we're not going to do it again. So we're not going to do it again till next time, but let's go ahead and finish it because I have already. Please share the video, share the video, share the video, share the video. Please share the video. Share the video and like the video. Is going to help. Let's let the machine help us to bring in people. The more you like it, the more they say, oh, we like what is going on here. The algorithm is going to send people in here that, oh, come and see what is going on here. That's what they will do. So thank you so much and God bless you for that. So I'm trying to install this thing with the crochet pin. Learn how to use your crochet pin. If you don't know how to use it, learn how to use it. If you see me do it and you've not tried it before, you think, oh, I can do it. Just go ahead and get it and try it yourself. Let's try it yourself because when we are doing hair, we do hair with our hands. As you're watching me do it, I'm doing it with my hands. When you're going to do your own, you're going to do it with your own hands. So it's better to practice with yourself than you know that you're the one doing it. Do you understand? So now let's keep going. You see? Let's keep going and do this. I've done one bit of it the other time. The last time I came in, I already cornrow the middle, so I started doing this. So now, for you to know how I did it, I started it from the beginning, right? For you to see how we came to this result, so you can understand it better. Share the videos. Thank you so much, and God bless you. If you're joining us for the first time, you're highly welcome. In this class, it's a tutorial class whereby we do trainings. Can everybody see what I'm doing? See the way I cornrow this one and start adding extensions in the middle. When we finish this, we're going to move straight into our normal training for braiding, how to install extensions with different techniques. But this one now, we're doing the cornrow parts. Go ahead and insert this. Where is the extension? It should stop dropping. The weather is getting too cold now in the UK, so wow. So now let's do it. Be careful when you're doing this so that it won't pull. Look at it. I'll show you. I still need more of the extension. When you've exhausted the extensions you have taken, thank you so much. When you've exhausted the extensions you have taken, you go ahead and place more on it. Because if nobody is helping you to do it, you do it yourself. If you have somebody around you that can be picking up this for you, that is absolutely okay. But then you don't wait for somebody to come and do all these things for you. Just go ahead and put it on this chair and complete your work. So now we created a little bit of gap in between these things we're doing. In the sense, if you want it bigger, if you want your braid bigger, if you want the braid very big, you have to add more extensions that you're putting. If you want when you're doing the braid now, you want it very fat like this, you have to add more extensions to what you're doing. You have to add more extension, make the extension bigger. But this one, this size is just going to be a normal moderate size that we need. So now you pull it. Make sure when you're pulling, using your crochet, you hold the hair on the other side. On this tail part, let's just do like 1 or 2. Then you can add more. It will help you to have, if you want the tip of the hair to be long, this is where you add more to the tip of the hair. So when you're cornrowing, it's going to help it. Let me just put 1 more and that is it. 1 more and that is it. 1 more and that is it. Bring it out, then you pull it to the other side. Can everybody see it now? Look at it. Thank you so much. I hope I can. Thank you so much for sharing. Look at it. Look at it at this point. I wish I can weave well. I am new here. Yes, don't worry, you're on the right part. Look at it now. We've put it. The reason why I'm doing this one is because as a beginner and you don't know how to add extension into it, let's go ahead and try this method. Let me see. Let's go ahead and try this method. Yes, I hope we all can see what I'm doing here. Yeah. So now let's go ahead and do it now. So the next thing you're going to do, if you want to add shining jam to this hair, you go ahead and leave this one. Look at the hair on the side. For those that are just coming now, and this is, remove this one. You have the other hair on this side. Look at it. On this side. So the next thing you're going to do, if you need to add shining jam, let me just add a little bit because I don't want to start washing these mannequins. But for you, when you're doing yours, you can add as much as shining, look at it, that you want to add. Let me just add a little bit. I don't want to put it because when you're adding it to this training head, it will make you to start shampooing this training head all the time, which I don't want to do. If you're doing your own, please add enough shining jab to it that will be helping you, because if you need it like a stitch braid, it's going to come out nicely. But I'm just going to put a little bit on it. I'm just going to add a little bit on it because then you take your comb and brush it. That extension is already in the middle. Can you see it? Extensions is already in the middle. Then the next thing that you have to do now, we have to go ahead and cornrow it. You can put some here if you want. You see the gap? The reason why we put this gap here is now, when you're starting your braid now, you have to start with this one now. Can you see it? Let's go ahead and start braiding this hair now. See? Let's go ahead and braid it. So you have to start, normally when you're doing braid, because this is a lot, let me start with this one. A little bit. You take a little bit like this. You section it into 3. You section it into 3. Can you see it? So when you're doing braids, if you don't even know how to do single plaits or this cornrow that we do on the class every day, it's difficult for you to do braids. So go and still learn your cornrow. When you split it into 3, you start by doing, like, see, if you're doing braids, then you start moving it, start picking it from the side. Can you see it? You go ahead and start picking this hair from the side. That's how it's done. Is everybody seeing my hands? You go ahead and pick it. So look at it. That extension is already in the middle. You just go ahead and grab it. Take from this side, take it. Go ahead and take from this side again, put it. Then you're grabbing the extensions in the middle. Can everybody see this? Let's share the video. Let's share the video before we start our training. Let's share the video. You see what I'm doing? Go on this side, take one side, you plait in. Take the other side and you put in. If you've not done cornrow before and you don't know how to add extension, try this method. The extension is in the middle. You will see how fine the hair is going to look like. The extension is in the middle. While you're cornrowing your hair, you see, you'll be picking it. And you're grabbing the extensions as well. Let's bring TikTok to the same level now because it's gone off. I hope everybody can see what I'm doing. So the more you're grabbing it from here, you're grabbing your hair as well. Can you see it? Can you see what I'm doing? The more you're taking it, that extension there is in the middle. It makes your braid. I wish I can weave. Okay, look at it. You see it? That extension is in the middle. Then when you're doing the weaving now, just go ahead and grab your hair from the side, which is the natural hair. Then you go ahead and keep braiding. You'll see the result of it. Then I'll now show you the difference of when you're adding extension like Ghana weave now with this one hair. Then you choose from one of the two. If you find it very difficult to do that, go ahead and try this method. You see? Go ahead and try this method. My extensions, look at my extensions. You go ahead and take it in the middle. You go ahead and start weaving this hair. Can you see? Very, very nice and simple. So as a beginner, don't say, oh, I don't know how to add extension into the hair, and you have a crochet pin. Use your crochet pin to add the extension in the middle like this. Crochet pin does a lot of things, I'm telling you. Makes it easier. So now see me, and I'm taking the hair. You'll be grabbing your extension. That extension's in the middle. Then you go ahead and cornrow it until you finish this cornrow. Can everybody see what I'm doing? So if you have not tried it, you want to try it for your children, you don't know how to add extension, please go ahead and do this. Try it and you see it. If you have a mannequin as well, you can go ahead and try it with your mannequin. So now after this, we're going to go straight into our trainings for today. If you're here, you don't know how to braid or you don't know how to add extension into braiding, you're on the right path. You see? That's how you cornrow it until you get to the end of it. Can you see? Until you get to the back side, then you now flip it. You see all the extensions? That is it. Let me show you guys. See, you turn it. Sometimes to be in the front of camera like this, you don't even know the position you position yourself. But then we'll try. You see the extension? It's going to make the tips. Now let me hold this and braid it fast. Can you see it? So go ahead and try this. If you don't know how to add extension into hair by doing it like Ghana weave, go ahead and open the hair in the middle, section it like this, and use your crochet pin, add the extensions in the middle, then you cornrow the hair. You're going to see that it's going to look very, very nice. Let's finish these bits. Then I'll now show you how to do the one that you're adding extension on top like Ghana weave. Then you know the difference. So whichever one you think you can practice, go ahead and practice it before we go into our normal class. It's already 12:31. Go ahead and share the video. Let's go ahead and share the video. Don't make it dull. Don't make it look dull, please. Go ahead. While I'm doing this, you see that it's... Look at it. Can you see? Can everybody see it now? Can everybody see it now? Look at it. Very beautiful. Nobody will say. You see that extension. If you want this cornrow more bigger than this, add more extensions in the middle when you're putting the using the crochet pin to add onto the extension. So now I'm going to use this one now quickly. Pretty, yes. Look at this one. I did it the other time. Look at this. This one is adding extensions into the hair like proper Ghana weave. I'm going to use this one to give you the example. So you go ahead and try those two style we just did now to see if you can get it. Now I'm still going to section the hair down. So then you're going to section the hair. The way you section this hair when you're doing this, you're going to take the hair tiny from the beginning, then you add up into it. Take it like tiny from the beginning, then you add up into it. Let's see if we can use this one to do it, the remaining of this extension to do this. So now, if you're starting, you take the extensions very tiny, then another one's tiny, then you start adding up to the extension until you finish the braids. Let me show you the thing. Then we'll now go into our lessons for today. We'll now go into our lessons for today. If you're joining me for the first time today, on this live, we do hair, we train, we do style of the day, like what you see me doing now. It's going to help you as well. You're seeing me do it, you're going home to try it as well with your mannequin. And you know you've not purchased it. Yes, thank you so much. Go ahead and share the video. Go ahead and like and share the video. It's going to help us. So now let me quickly do this once, and that is just it. Then we'll go into adding extension, doing our braids. So why braids are popular is that most people don't want to do cornrows like this. Most people, they think it's just a student hair or like people going to primary school. So for those that have mothers, children, let's go ahead and do this one. So this is the one I took out that I want to show you. You know how we did this? We added the extensions in the middle and start cornrowing. Then this one, you're going to be adding the extension on top. This is the beginning of the extension. Can you see it? Let's start with the cornrow. Take it and you cross it. When you cross it, if you want the hair smaller, you're going to take it smaller. Can you see? You now go ahead, see my extension. Look at my extension, the way you add it up to it. You take it and section. Look at the one I'm holding here. Take this one and join it. It's almost the same thing as starting your normal braids when you're starting the beginning of your cornrow. Can you see it? Then you cornrow it a bit before you start joining. Mine, when I'm joining this one, is going to be on top. Look at it. Can you see it? See the middle of the hair, you go this way, put it underneath. You see? I'm going to show you the difference. So these two types are most people, they don't know how to do what I'm doing. So that's why I have to show you the simplest way to do it by going into the middle to add your extension. You see? Then you now do this. Go ahead and place it on it. This is banana cornrow or Ghana weave. That's why it's called banana cornrow or Ghana weave. You place it on it. This is an opportunity because I don't even know when I'm going to do this again until you get into the normal paid class. So now do this. You keep going like that. Add the extensions. So for me, when you're doing this type of hair, the more, if you want, when you get, because all these extensions you're placing is going to be hipping up at the back. All the extensions you're placing now is going to be hipping up at the back. So when you get to the back and you feel like the size of the hair is increasing, you have to reduce your extension, make it very tiny. That is how it works. But for now, the size is still okay for me, so I'll keep going it. You see this training head I'm using is very good because it looks like natural hair. I showcased it this morning on my other account. I showcased it this morning. So if you want to, you can still go ahead and get this type. If you like this type I'm using, you go ahead and get it. Can you see what I'm doing? You see the difference? So if you're here, you don't know how to do this one. I've already showed you how to do this one. So two simple way of doing cornrow by adding extension. That one, you use your crochet pin to add the extension in the middle. Now that I've added all the extension, I don't want to put more again. Look at the size of the hair I'm doing. I don't want to add more to it again. Can you see it? Let me just use this extension to finish it. So when I finish it, for instance, if I'm getting to the back and I need more hair to it, to make it lengthy, that is when I'll start adding more hair to it. But I don't want to add more because I want the size to be this way. I don't want it to be more bigger than this size I'm doing. Can everybody see what I'm doing? Thank you so much for joining. If you're joining the class for the first time, this class, that's what we do here. We do braid and we do style of the day. I choose this as the style of the day for us just to show us how we can add extension in different ways to do our cornrows. Yes, thank you so much. I'm seeing all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you. Very, very beautiful. Very beautiful. This mannequin, look at it. Look at the hair. I'm doing this on a mannequin. When you're doing it on the hair, you see the difference. You look more beautiful. So let me finish this. So I've fulfilled my promise on this hair by coming online to finish up this. So we are going to be going straight into how you can prep your extension. Then we'll now go into our training of the day before we finish the class. I'm super excited for those that have joined me in the morning in my other account by purchasing their mannequin. If you want to get your mannequin, please, when I come live, I come 30 minutes before 12 o'clock. There you can get your training head. Look at it. Can you see it? Look at what we've just done now. Look at what we have just done now. Beautiful and clean. So this one is the one that will put the extensions in the middle. If you don't know how to add up the extension the way I just did it now, go ahead and section your hair, open it into two, use the crochet pin, add extensions in the middle, then you start cornrowing the hair. If you want the hair more bigger, put more extensions in the middle with your crochet pin. You're going to see the difference. Can you see it? Can everybody see it? It's absolutely beautiful. We did it the last time when I came online, these three. We did this three the last time, then we did this two now. So that is it for now. So now we are going to go into, if you're here, if you want me to show you how to prep extension now that we're in this class, say yes on the comment section. But if not, we can move straight away to our training because I'm ready for the 6th method of how to get extensions into our braid. If you're here, you want to know how to prep extensions, say yes. But if already we all know how to do it, let's move to the next class. Let me see comments on the session. You want to learn how to prep extension? Put it on the comment section. If you already know how to do it, let's move ahead. Thank you so much for joining. I see you, Star Product. Thank you so much. Please share the video. Let people come in because we're about to start our main training. Do you want me to show you? 2 people said they want me to show them how to prep extension. Right. Let's go ahead and do this. Hey, this red color. Is this red or orange? I don't even. Oh, it's red though. This red is too ready. Look at it. See, this is the full pack of red. This is the full pack of red now. This is 2 things. This is 2. We are not making any advertisement here for anybody. I'm only training. We have 2 packs of hair here. This one is already prepped and this one is not prepped. Let's say as a beginner, we are all learning how to do hair, right? Then now you go to the shop to purchase your hair. They don't have the prepped extension, which is this. What is the reason why we prep extension? We prep extension because for us to have a good finishing end. When you're doing your cornrows, if the tip is very sharp, it's going to be unraveling. It's going to lose immediately. But if you prep it the way it is now, you cornrow the tips, it will help you to have a good finishing end like this, so that your braids is not going to be losing, right? So, but now, and you now go to the shop, they don't have this in your location. They only have this. What are you going to do? You still have to do the hair. You have to buy this. It looks like orange, right? But it's red though. This orangey red. Let's give it orangey red. But they put on it that it's red. Maybe you didn't catch it up very well, but no problems. We're just using it for training. So now I'm going to put this one aside because this one is prepped already. If you get this in the shop, you don't need to prep it. Put it aside. If you get this in the shop and they don't have the prepped one, though the prepped one is more expensive than this one. That's how it works. But then another thing is that you might have a client that wants to do a hair that is very long. You need this one. So they don't need to buy that one. If they want lengthy hair, look at how this one is. It's not prepped already. Look at it. It's just like this. And you want to prep it. So we are going to do a small portion of it, not to waste time. Then we'll go into our training. See, if you're having a client and you have your hair like this, you want to prep it, they want the length not too long. If they want this length very long like this, you're going to cut this hair into two. If they want it long, like getting into more than their butt, you don't need to cut it. You just only stretch it down. You know, this lengthy hair we're doing these days, you don't have to cut it. But this one, if you want something not too long, maybe you're doing it for a child, you cut it into 4. Because when you cut it, you're still going to pull the other side. It's going to make it more lengthy. So let's go ahead. Let's cut this one. Let's do it like we're cutting it into 4. See, if you're not comfortable like the way I'm measuring it and you need a tape for it, go ahead and use tape. But for me, I don't use tape. They've already make it half, then you half it again. You see, that is cutting it into 4. This is one side of it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's go ahead and cut it into 4. I'm going to take one side of it to show you how to prep the extension for those that are here that doesn't know how to do the extension. Can you see it? I'm going to cut it into 4. Let's just do one part of it. Let's do one part of it. Let's do one part of it. Look at it. This length you're seeing is being cut into 4. Share the video. Let's like the video. Don't make it dull, please. Let the class be lively. Share the video. The more you share and like the video, the more you're just watching me do this now until we get into practicals. Share the video. The more we share, the more it's going to attract people. Thank you so much and God bless you. You tap, tap, tap. The system is going to do it for us. Look at why I'm saying this is sharp. This end is sharp. If you braid your hair like this, immediately before you leave the hair, it's going to unravel. You don't want your hair to unravel as a beginner. Yes. So now, what you're going to do, you've cut this hair. Use this, your hands, your left hand. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'm seeing you, Anna. Thank you. So now you hold it this way. Look at it. When you hold it with your left hand, thumb and index finger, you just release your thumb and index finger like this. Look at it. Make sure you hold this hand. I told you that thumb and index finger play a vital role when we are doing hair. But at the end of the day, these 3 hands, they are all supporting hands. They come in when they are supposed to come in. So now you're holding this one with this hand. Now, take your right hand, thumb and index finger, the thumb and your index finger. You come because you've released it here. You're still holding here. Because if you don't hold it here, everything is going to scatter. We don't want it to scatter, right? You now go ahead, take your thumb and index finger, start pulling it from the side. Look at it. I didn't go into the middle and start pulling it because most people, they want to be fast. They like this. Go by the side and gradually pull it. The more you learn how to do this, the faster you become when you're doing it. By the side, you just pull it. What it does is that it gives you that end. Look at the sharp end and look at the side. You see the two different things now? It lengthens it up a bit. It makes it come out lengthy. And at the end of the day, you can be able to use it. You go ahead and do the same thing. Go ahead and be doing this way. Can you see it? You do it until you come to the end of this hair. This part of thing I'm doing now is very, very important for beginners. For those that knows how to do hair, most of them know how to do it. Most people don't even know how to do this. So, but you have to learn it. It's part of the course. Very, very important. You might say, oh, she's just pulling it like this. Go and get extensions that is not pulled like this and do it. Because there comes, when you're doing hair, you're going to meet a client that will bring packets like this that are not prepped. You have to do it yourself. So you go by the side. I'm doing it from the side. You see me, I didn't move up to the middle. I'm keep holding it. My hands here are holding it. I'm only releasing the bit where my thumb and index finger is and start pulling this hair. Can everybody see it? And start pulling this hair. I didn't move to the middle. I only did it from the side. I continue doing it until we finish this hair. So we only do this once in a while. When I started this training at first, I do this every time. But at one point, it's as if, oh, maybe she's doing it too much. I just park. That is why I've asked the question. If you're here and you don't know how to do it, can I do it? About 3 people say yes, we can go ahead and do it. So share the video and like the video. God bless you all. Thank you so much. Let's make it interesting. That's cheers. So you keep going until you finish this. So that is why most people now charge for this. Do you know how many minutes it's taking us to do only this half? And now you want to do 3 packs of hair or 4 packets to do somebody's hair. Time is money. if they are charging you, you're here, you know how to do hair, and you want to go to the salon, they will charge you for this. Go ahead and do it yourself at home. Prep it, save your 15 pounds, because each pack of it, they charge you 5 pounds to prep the hair, because it's taking my time. If you have already prepped hair, I'll go straight ahead, start doing the hair. But since the hair is not prepped, it's taking your time. I'm teaching you those that want to go into business for this. Yes. So they will charge you for it. So then if you know you are going to pay 5 pounds for each pack, it's as well better for you to just learn this, do it yourself, and save your 5 pounds. Then take the hair to the clients to do it for you. Look at it. I've finished now. I didn't go into the middle. You see, when you finish it, the down is just going to be so fuzzy and fizzy. But don't brush it straight away like this. Do not brush it. All you have to do, take your right hand, hold it, and flip it. Don't flip it in front of your customer's eye, please. Oh. Just go ahead and flip it in a way that it will release that puffiness a bit. You see it? When it releases the puffiness a bit, when you're brushing, you're not going to lose too much hair. When you're brushing it now, you're not going to lose too much hair. But the way it was before, if you put your brush on it, you're going to lose so much hair on it. Now, the extensions are expensive. Then you gradually take your brush. This is my brush. And start from the tip and start moving on. Keep brushing it. Gradually, until when you brush on one side and you think it's finished on this side, you swap your hands. You come on this side. Gradually do it, because this is the side that is more puffier. If you find out that the hair is too much for you to brush at this point, you can as well split it for you to get in the middle. Look at it. You can split it into two, put it on one side. This is the reason why it's taking time. And this is the reason why the braiders are happy that the companies have prepped this hair already, because gone are those days when they bring in things like this in mind. In fact, you're even tired when you're doing all these things before you start doing the hair. So now that they've already done this for us, we are happy. But in case you're learning this because you're learning how to do hair, in case you come to the point whereby you go to the shop, they don't have the one that is prepped, definitely you're still going to do hair. So what you have to do is do it this way. Can you see the result of it? Can you see the result of it? Yes. So for those that wanted me to do this, look at it, look at the result. The more, because this is cut into 4. If you want it longer now, you can still stretch it on. But then, yes, thank you so much. I know you've taken this now, because I don't know when we're going to do this again. But if you have learned it now, if the video clip is there, I'm going to send the video clips. So this is it. Like, oh, I didn't even show you how to secure it. That's another thing. Don't leave it this way, because it can just go and scatter. Just take it like this, hold it, look at it, form a circle with this in your hands. Then you go ahead, bring it out. It's secured. He's not moving anywhere again. The hair is absolutely secured. So now that is it for prepping the extension. We've done that section now. So we'll see the time we have. We have 1 hour and 10 minutes to do our 6th method of braids, of how to install the extensions into the braid. That is the class. But for those that doesn't know how to braid at all, I'm not going to do it today, next week. Normally I use this training head.
It's how to get people to watch your TikToks by using the creative.
Let's put TikTok up to the same level as us now. Yes. Resume. Normally I use this one to train those that doesn't know how to braid at all, this hair. But we are not going to do it today because we don't have enough. I don't know how to braid. Yes, that is good. You don't know how to braid? I think you're going to come in next week, because I'm going to be showing you how you can braid and the techniques that you use in braiding your hair. This is the mannequin that we use for it, because it's a bit lengthy. Today, I was showcasing the mannequins. They have this type already. If you know you don't know how to braid and you want to buy this, thank you so much. You can go ahead and purchase this. They are having it on a reduced price now. Go ahead and get it. Maybe when I come on Monday, or I'm going to show you 30 minutes before the time, purchase your training head. I don't know how to braid. That is absolutely okay. No problems. You are in the right place anyway. So now let's go ahead and do today's training. Let me move this one up a bit. Let's take this one up a bit so that we can be able to see it. I hope everybody can see what I'm doing. Yes. Yesterday, this is what we did in the class. Yes, because with this mannequin, when you see me send some videos and you see that we filled up this mannequin about 4 times since we started this training. That's how we keep doing 6 method until the mannequins are filled up. Then I'll now take it off again, brush out the hair, come again. So now we are starting this from the beginning, which we did this yesterday. If you're here, you don't know, and you're a beginner, you want to learn how to section hair before you start the hair, this is the opportunity. The first line we did was go and do it horizontally. You start taking it vertically. When you take it vertically, then you come to the next time, almost the same time. Do it horizontally again and start gradually taking it vertically until you get to the section where when you get up to this place, you can now go around. Don't worry, if you're still in the class, you're still going to see me get to that place. I'm going to explain to you guys. So now, I like using colored hair to do practicals, because when you're doing colored hair, because when I tell you hide the extensions under the braid, if you use colored hair, you're going to notice it that it's going to be helpful to know that you're hiding the extensions. But if you use the real color of the hair, it's going to be just the same thing. It's going to hide your secret for you, but this one will not hide the secret. So let's go ahead and start. So we have 6 methods that we normally do online here. 3 methods that are related to the rubber band, and 3 methods that are related to the natural and traditional method of braiding hair, right? So now we are going to do the 3 methods first. We'll see how much time we can go. If we have enough time to finish it today, we'll go ahead and do it. But if we don't have, the class continues. So now, next week. So now, I'm going to go ahead, get my comb. We're using this color. This one is like burgundy, right? It's not red. That one gave us red, but this is burgundy. If burgundy is your color, we are here with your color. So just be patient and see how your colors is going to. Most people like different colors. Like me, I like gold color and then the brown mixed together when I want to do my hair. So most people like red, some people like blue, which is okay. So if this one is your color today, happy that we're doing your color with the practicals. So now this is the hair that we're going to be working with. The next hair that we're going to section, now I've already said it that when you're sectioning hair, look at it. We started this one underneath is 5. The next one absolutely is going to be 6, because you will go under the ones like this one, go under the ones you've done before in the middle, take the next hair that you're going to plait. Take the next hair that you're going to plait. Reason is that this one, when we cover this one, when we plait this one, it's going to fall here in the middle to cover the gaps. Can you see? It's going to cover the gap. When you plait this one, it's going to fall here. So that is the example so far. So now, when you're doing hair, always have your clips. The reason, let's share the video, please. Share the video to about 20 people in your place. Now, share, let's continue. Share. Share the video and tap on the screen. Thank you so much. God bless you. So now, you're going to do this. When you do this, you're going to take the hair. Always brush your hair. You have your comb. That is why they make it tail comb. You have this one, and this one you use it to highlight, and use this one to brush your hair out. Go ahead and brush the hair out. Always do that. If you have a client that have afro kinky hair and they are always in pain, get a bottle spray of water, put water and oil in it, spray on them so that the hair will be softened a bit. Because the more somebody is feeling pain when they are doing their hair, they don't want you to touch their hair. I went to somebody, I was doing her hair, she's like, sometimes when somebody do my hair and it's painful, I just pay them and say, leave me, because she don't want to be in pain. So please, make sure that you do the right thing. It's going to help you in your training course. So now we have these extensions. The next thing we are going to do, we are using the crochet. I told you, if you don't have the crochet pin, get it. That's my daughter hair, you see. When it's so painful, nobody wants to stand it. And if you have your daughter's hair very painful like that, I'm looking for where the plastic is. Okay, it's in front of me. Get something like this, a bottle of spray. Get something like this. If you have any child with the kinky hair, put oil of your choice in it and spray that hair. When you spray it a little bit, it's going to get damp and it's easy to comb out. Very, very easy. Because if they are in pains, nobody wants to see it. So now this is the crochet pin, right, that we're going to use. And this is the rubber band. The rubber band is this tiny form of rubber bands that you can get in the shop. They have it on different colors. If you want to use different color, that's okay, but absolutely the black is okay. The black is okay. Very, very tiny colors like this. You go ahead and take it. Normally, you also use one of it, but for me here, you've already known me that I double two together. So if you want to follow my system of doubling two, go ahead and do it. But if you know that taking one of it will work for you, go ahead and use one. So we've already sectioned this hair. If you're joining us for the first time, you're highly welcome to this class. In this class, we teach you different 6 methods of how you can add extension or install extensions into your braid, because most people nowadays, they do braids. Thank you so much. Most people now do braids like this. Even when your kids are going to school, everybody prefer braids. So that is why I'm coming to the class here to teach you how to do it. Take your rubber band. Now, this first method we are going to do is the rubber band method using the crochet pin to go into it. Share the video, please, and tap. God bless you for doing all that, for the support, and help us to meet the goals. Thank you so much. All our goals today, let us meet it. Thank you so much. So now this is it. You have your rubber band elastic with you. The next thing you're going to do, go ahead and use this rubber band to secure this hair. Can everybody see? Thank you so much. I can see all of you. Thank you. God bless you. Now look at it. Use it to secure the hair. Go and try this method. If you're just a beginner, you don't know how to braid, try the rubber band method. Don't let anybody deceive you that, oh, it's going to break your hair. No. It's when you're not patient to take it out, that's when it breaks your hair. But at this point, I've done several on this mannequin. I will remove it. The mannequin still remain the same. We've been using, this is the 5th time we're using this mannequin, filling it up with practical hairs that we're doing. So now when you take this one and you've secured it to the points that you're okay with, what is the next thing you're going to do? Open this hair. Look at it. Split this hair into 2. Push it on both sides. Not too tight. If you have any kids that used to be upset when they are doing hair, go and try this rubber band method on their head. The child will sit down comfortably. They will never cry for this hair. So if you're the type that your child cries a lot, try this method for them and do this hair. So now you pull this to the side, and it's your first time, you don't know how to secure extension naturally, go ahead and try this method. Pull it. When you pull it to the 2 sides, not too tight. When you're pulling this hair to the 2 sides, what it does is that it's going to secure the hair more to the root. If it's too tight, that means the hair will be tight to the root. Secure it, not too tight. That is what you're going to do. Now, that is another section of it. The next thing you're going to do, prepare your extension. This is the extension we are using. You go ahead and grab the number of extensions that you're going to use. You can't count this one anyway. You just use your feelings because it's a lot bit tiny. If you're using, because everybody's sizes can be different. My medium might not be your medium. It depends on what you pinch that is your medium. For me, I take this as a medium. You understand? So there's nothing, if any size you just want, but make sure that all the extensions you're taking to do that hair that day is the same size. It doesn't really matter. So now this is my size I'm going to be using today. What I'm going to do, any braids you're doing, always split your braids into 2. And into 2 that you're splitting the braid is going to be ratio 2:1, meaning that the one you have on your right hand should be 2 times the one you have on your left hand. If you ask me to split this now, you see that they have 3 equal parts. The 2 bigger parts, put it on your left hand. The one that is 1 part of it, have it on your right hand. Take these ones that are 2 times bigger, put it aside. Just keep it on one side. Then the next thing you're going to do, put this in the middle to make sure they are on the same size. Then what you're going to do now, create a loop like this. Look at it. Create a loop. When you create a loop, you take your crochet pin. This is your crochet pin. This method is called crochet rubber band method, inserting your extensions with the crochet pin. Then you now go straight ahead, insert this crochet pin. You're going to be seeing the crochet on the other side. Normally, this, what you just did now, creating this loop, you're going to take it and hook it. If you find out that this hair is disturbing you, you have a clip everywhere. Go ahead and get your clip. See it? Everybody needs the clip. Put it like this. No distraction. Then you go ahead, take this hair that you've created like a loop, place it in this hook. Here, this our crochet pin is always hooking extension. You understand? You pull it out. When you're pulling it out, release it. When you release it, put your crochet pin on one side. This is my right hand. Use your right hand to hold on to this. This is your left hand. Use your left hand to hold onto one of the section, because if you don't do it like that, it's going to pull automatically. Let's go ahead and take this. Pull it out. Can you see it? Use your left hand to hold on to the other side and use your right hand to hold this. You pull it. Then you now release this, place it down. Now, when you release this hair, just watch and listen. When you release this hair, what did you notice? You notice that the down of the hair is not secured a bit because you've inserted the crochet pin underneath. What are you going to do again? Open this hair into two and pull it to this side. When you pull it a little bit, it's now secured more. Drop this. My dear, look at this hair now. It's secured already. The next thing you have to do now is to braid this hair. Simple. Very, very simple method. Let's go ahead now and braid this hair. Grab the other part that is 2 times bigger. Look at it. Let's go ahead and share the video. Tap, 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 tap. Thank you so much. Let me have a cup of water, please. So now you have this one that is 2 times bigger. Hold it on your right hand. When you hold it on your right hand, thank you so much. I can see everyone. Thank you so much. God bless you. I can see you. So now take your left hand. Look at it. Take your left hand. Hold onto this hair. Then you place the middle of this hair. See, if you have not braided before, go and use this method. You start braiding. There are simple methods to start braiding hair. We are moving gradually up to the 6th method. So start with this one. So now you place this method, this hair. Let me adjust the mannequin. You place this method and hold it with your thumb and your index finger. Can everybody see it? Thumb, index finger is securing this hair. Now, the difference between this method are only the hair in the middle have the natural hair. Don't worry about it because you're just a beginner. Go ahead and braid this hair. Go ahead and braid it. When you get used to into braiding, you can now split the natural hair into the extensions. So now let's start braiding. This is my right hand. If you're a right-handed person, start with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, start with your left hand. So now, because I'm a right-handed person, we have to move this extension from my right here into the left. Look at it, into the left. You can use any of your supporting finger to hold on to that extension. Then you pull this one in the middle, hold it. The next thing, take this one on your left hand, bring it into your underneath, not above. Because when you're doing braids like this, you need to do it underneath. That is just it. You started braiding. Because this method, you don't need to flip your hands. That's the good thing about this, using all these methods. You don't need to flip your hands. And another thing is that use your extensions to cover the natural hair. So that, because now we're doing colored, this is a brown shade of hair, and you're using a red burgundy color to make cornrows. And now you're not seeing my hair at all. Look at it. You're covering it. Always have the time to just adjust it a little bit and cover it. Most people I see, they say they know how to braid and apply. You need to still know how to hold your extensions and braid this hair nicely. Someone was complaining yesterday, oh, when I do my braid, it's not like the professional one. Learn how to braid and practice more. The more you practice, the better you become. The more you practice, the better you become. So your braid is going to be the same thing. And another thing is that the elastic can inflate the braid. No. It cannot do anything to the braid. We do the style, we do all the style. It cannot. So, but for now, you have to try and use this. So we are moving. Oh, yes. It will not. But the extension is going to hide it's just the method that make this place to inflate. It's not like it's the elastic, right? But then if you keep doing, let me show you guys. Can you see it? Now that we are using a colored hair, you cannot detect the natural hair from this hair because we've used it to hide the extensions. Can everybody see it? Beautiful extension. It makes your braid looks very neat when you're hiding your extension. It's called tucking in your extension. I don't want to be using all those languages that you get to know them later, but the simple term is that you're using your extensions to cover your natural hair while you're braiding. It makes your braid become very neat and it makes it last very long. because when your hair, natural hair, is popping up on top of it, it's going to make the braid look very old within 1 week. Your braid is already old. So that is why when you see braiders do hair, you say, oh, I've done my hair with this person, it lasts longer than this person. That is the secret. If they hide it, you see that the braid will look neat because it's only showing the extensions. So let's go ahead and move on. This one is the first method, which is using the crochet pin to insert the extension. Then you go ahead and braid. Simple and short. But then, if you don't have this crochet pin, not to worry. 1 minute. I need to ease up my nose because now it's like I'm having cold. Sorry about this. So now, if you don't have the crochet pin, please go ahead and don't worry. The next method we are going to do, we don't need the crochet pin. You don't need the crochet pin. So let's go ahead and do it because we don't have much time today to do these things. So whenever you see, this one is already sectioned already. You see the reason I was telling you, when you're taking the hair, this one I just did now is falling here. It's coming into the gap to cover this gap. That's another method of highlighting your hair, and your hair, when they fall down, they will make it look nice and fill up. But then if you don't follow this pattern, you see that the hair is as if it's scanty. Yes. So now we'll go ahead and brush this hair out. Always brush the hair out. The next thing you're going to do, instead of using the rubber band method, a crochet pin, here we don't need the crochet pin. Go ahead and section this hair into two. Have everybody seen it? Go ahead and section this hair. This is the hair we're working with. Open it and section it in two, just like this. Go ahead and grab your extension. Watch this method. This method might be the best for you. Go ahead and watch every bit of it. The 6 methods I'm going to do here, watch them. I'm not saying you start using all the 6 methods at the same time. When you try the 6 method, go ahead and choose which of the method that is suitable for you. You go ahead and start using them. But then you need to know how to use all the methods, because if you're doing hair, you're going to definitely come across hair that we're using all these methods to do. So you quickly go ahead and start using them. So now I'm going to take the extensions the way I'm supposed to be taking this extension now. This is the size. It's not difficult, but if you don't know how to get extension, section your own on the rack or on the chair to make it easier for you. So now I'm going to section these extensions into two. The normal ratio 2:1, I told you. One on the left should be bigger and the one on the right should be smaller. And the one on the right should be 2 times the one on the left. So now take this one on the left, gently place it on top of the chair or anywhere else, and measure this one you have on your right that is smaller. Make sure they are on the same length. When they are on the same length, what are you going to do? Look at the hair that we've just sectioned. Open it. Place this one in the middle like this. Place it here. When you place it here, look at it. Do you see the way it is? It's in the middle. All these things, all these protocols and everything are because we are beginners. We don't want to be stressed when we are doing hair. You do it gradually, and gradually you move up to knowing how to install the hair naturally, which I'm going to teach you on this online as well. So now you take this hair. When you take it, put it together. Look at it. Put it together. Then you now go ahead and take your rubber band and secure it. This is what the crochet pin did before, but now on this method, we don't need the crochet pin. That is the reason I tell you we have 3 methods that are related to the rubber band, but in different ways. So with this one, go ahead and take your rubber band, secure this hair, secure your natural hair to the extensions. Go ahead and do this. When you secure it, you do it this way. Can you see it? You go ahead and secure it very well. Go around to the point. If you know that one of the elastic band is enough for you to do it, go ahead and use the elastic band. But for me, I used to double it online. If you want to follow my method by doubling it, you can go ahead and do the same thing. It doesn't make any difference. So now when you do it up to this point, you pull it. The next thing you're going to do, open it in two like that. Push it to the other side. Can you see it? Not too tight. If you drag this hair like this, it's going to be dragging this hair from the roots. We don't want the clients or your daughter or anybody that you're doing their hair to be feeling uncomfortable while they have their hair done. It's really very important. Very, very important. So now, when you put it down, you drop it. At this point, this hair is already secured. The next thing is going ahead to braid this hair. Do you know what this rubber band has done for you? The rubber bands have already secured the hair nicely for you, because normally when you're putting the natural hair, you secure the hair from the root. The rubber band has already secured it, so you can now go ahead and braid the hair. Take the other section of it that is 2 times bigger, go ahead, adjust your mannequin. When you're doing hair, always comfortable when you're doing hair. Don't inconvenience yourself, because you're working with your back and you're standing up, so make sure that you're balanced and you're okay. All these are part of the training. So some people say, oh, doing hair is difficult, my back is aching, my this is that. You have to adjust yourself, be okay. So you hold this hair now. Let me turn the camera to make sure the hair, to make sure you're seeing it. When you turn it like this, you take the middle of this hair, place it there. Very simple. This method are simple. Place it and hold it with your thumb and index finger. When you hold it with your thumb, let's put
where's my personal reserve of bacon?
Let's put TikTok on the same level now before we start. Let's put them on the same level before we start. Yeah. So now when you have this like this, you press it, hold it. This is my thumb on my left hand, and that's my index finger. Use it to hold it in the middle like that. The next thing you have to do, start braiding this hair. Take this one you have on your right hand. If you're a right-handed person, use your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, start with your left hand first. So right-handed person, go ahead and start. Bring this one, bring it underneath. Then when you bring it underneath, look at the way I use these other hands to like support it, so that it will not be flying everywhere. So you go ahead, take this one in the middle, push it to the side like this. When you push it to the side, you secure it. Take this one on your left hand, bring it into your right. That is it. Oh, you don't have to flip your hands when you're doing this method. Very, very easy method to start braiding. So the next thing you're going to do, look at this natural hair in the middle. I told you when you're doing these methods, the natural hair always stays in the middle. At this point, for me, I can as well split the natural hair. But for you as a beginner, if you start doing that, it will now make you feel like, oh, what am I doing? The hair is scattered everywhere. No, go ahead and braid your hair like this. But make sure that the extensions are covering the natural hair. Go ahead and braid it. You go ahead and braid it like this. You see it? When you braid it, it's going to be like this. You're not going to be seeing your natural hair while you're braiding this hair. You see? Very, very easy methods to go in. Let's keep sharing the video. Thank you so much. Thank you, and God bless you. Help us to meet our goal for today. God bless you. God bless you all for joining the class. And I know you're learning. Most people have graduated in this class. A lot of people have gone through this class and they've known what they are doing. They just graduate. The more we come in, the more we see more people, and it's helping. So now let's go ahead and plait this one. Always make sure that these extensions are covering the hair. So you just go ahead and braid it. You see the difference. When I come up now, I'm going to show you these braids that we have done. You see that because I always use colored hair to do this braiding, so that it's going to help us when we're hiding the natural hair. You're going to find out that really I've hidden the natural hair. But if you're using a brown color like this, you're not going to observe it, because the brown color is going to be rhyming with the normal extension. They are just going to be the same thing. But now using color to practice will help you to get used to hiding your natural hair under your extensions. Do we get it? See it. Now look at it. Look at the braids we've done so far. This is the 2 methods. Very, very secure, because the rubber band has secured this hair for you. Can you see it? Nice and smooth. You are not seeing any of the natural hair popping up or not. So that is this 2 method from the rubber band. Let's go into the 3rd method from the rubber band. Then now we'll go into the 3 methods again from the natural method. Let me see the time. We still have about 45 minutes to go. So if you have enough time to cover everything, we're going to do it. So now this is the 2nd line. When you're highlighting, and I'm teaching you how to braid this hair, and as well we're teaching how to highlight. This is the 2nd layer now that we've taken horizontally. We're going to take the 3rd layer now. You see the 3rd layer will go like this. We'll take it out. Then we'll start braiding. When we get up to the point whereby you're going to do it round, I'm going to let you know about it. So watch me as I do this thing. When you're doing hair, let's assume that this is the client's hair you're doing from the beginning. Now, this is how you're going to follow it if you're using this method. Nice one. Thank you so much. God bless you. Let's give this chance to everyone. Share the video. The more you share, the more you like. God bless you all. For everybody that has been sharing, supporting this life, may God bless you. Grant your heart desires. So now let's go ahead, because the same size that you're using already to do this, go ahead and take the same size and take it horizontally again. Highlight the hair horizontally. You see the style? Make sure they are the same size when you're taking them. Except you see, make sure, look at the size. Make sure you have the same size that you're doing. The block method you have started with, go ahead and continue. Go ahead and continue doing that. So now, normally when you're highlighting this hair, mannequins might not give you a straight line, but we manage it. He's still trying his best, because it's a plastic something they put in there. But when you're doing a natural hair and you want the line very, very straight, please ask the client first. If the client is always itchy, don't put any product on the scalp. But if the client is not itchy, you take a little bit of gel, just lightly gel, put it across there, then you just go ahead and go through it again. Make sure your lines are nice and smooth. So now we've done this part. Go ahead and secure your hair. If you don't have clip, you have a rubber band like this, go ahead and hold it. But we need all these things to do our hair. It's making it more easier for you to do your hair. So now we are going to go straight from here. Look at the hair we have sectioned now. The next thing, when you're taking the next hair from this side, go in the middle of this one. Look at it. The middle of this one you just finished, the previous line. Go ahead and place it like this. Take it like that. That is the first hair you're going to do. When you do this hair is going to fall on this part. You see, it's going to fall on that part. When you come in the middle of this one that you've done again, take the next one. This hair, if you do it, it's going to fall in the middle. I'm explaining to you how you can highlight this hair while we're doing our practicals. Take note of them. Take note of them, because by the time you can get this lesson again, is when this hair is filled up again. When we fill this extension up and start it all over again, that's when you get this training. But apart from that, this is what you're getting at this point. You take it, put it here. Go in the middle of this one. When you plait it, it comes in here. So let's go ahead and do the other method. So now get your clip. Always have your clip with you. Hold this hair. Comb this one out. You comb it out. See your comb? Always have the comb. Comb it out. Remove all the knots. The reason is that when you're having braids on your hair, you have braids from 4 weeks. 4 weeks to 8 weeks. 4 weeks to 8 weeks. So if you don't comb that hair out and there is knots in it, by the time they are taking that hair out, when you put install, the hair is going to be pulling. The next thing they will say is that when you did that client, when she did my hair, the hair was breaking, my hand was breaking my hair. It's not your hand, it's because you didn't comb it out nicely. That is another thing. So now the next thing we're going to do, the reason why we said this hair is related to the method, rubber band method, I'm going to explain why. Go ahead and grab your extensions. I'm taking my extensions, the same size. Another hint is that always make sure that your extensions are the same thing when you're doing hair. If you want to make your hair very fast and you don't want to stay too long, you can increase the size of your natural hair, but not the extension. The extension should remain the same size. If you're doing jumbo, use jumbo. If you're using micro on that hair, use micro. If you're using medium, go ahead and use medium. Make sure that the sizes are the same thing. Look at all the braids I'm doing for you in practicals. Whether I use colored or not, they are the same sizes. Do you understand that? It makes the size of your braids look very, very uniform. Share the video, please. Thank you so much. God bless you, and like the video. Until you just have only another 40 minutes to be here, so let's make use of it very well. So now this is the extensions. Go ahead and split it into two. When you split your extensions into two, you have this one that is smaller, they have this one that is bigger. It's called ratio 2 to 1. 2 to 1. When you share this one into two, it's going to be the same. So now keep this one side. Then you take the smaller bit. This smaller bit you're going to take, go ahead and take your comb. This method is related to the rubber band method, but on this occasion, we are not going to be using the rubber band, neither we are going to be using the crochet pin on this one. For those that have been saying, oh, I don't want rubber band on my hair, try this method. Somebody typing, oh, the rubber band is going to make it a flat. If you don't want it like that, go ahead and try this method. Split this hair into two. Split the hair that you're working with into two parts. When you split it into two parts, it's going to look like this. It's going to look like this. Then next time, take this other hair, make sure they are in the middle. The reason is that when you're braiding, your braiding is going to end up to be the same thing. Place this one in the middle like this. Can you see it? Place it in the middle. When you place it in the middle, instead of using the rubber band to hold it like this, you're not using the rubber band to do this at this point. What are you going to do? Split this hair into three and braid it down. Watch this method. It might be the method that you like if you don't want a rubber band on your hair. All this method you're doing, you have to be patient, because when you're learning how to do things, you have to be patient. There will come a time when you learn up to, you move it up to gradually by installing your hair naturally. You don't need all this process. But there are some hair that it will come up that you need this process. So now split it into three. Look at it, I splitted it into three. You just braid the extension down. Do a tiny bit of braids down. If you're doing it on a natural hair, it's not going to be slippery, because sometimes the mannequin hair, the hair are slippery. So you just braid it a little bit down. So when you braid it down, it's going to look like this. That braiding of down is holding down the extension for you. Then you drop this. Can you see it? It's related to other method, but now we are not using the rubber band on this. We are not using the crochet pin. That is the difference between this third method. So when you try all this method that you're doing, you go ahead and choose which of the method is you okay with. You go ahead and do the same thing. Take this one that is 2 times bigger. Grab this hair with your left hand. When you grab it with your left hand, you place the middle of the hair. I hope everybody can see it on it. Hold it with your thumb and your index finger. That is it. You start braiding. If you're a right-handed person, start with your right hand. If you're a left-handed person, start with your left hand. Let me adjust this mannequin so that I can be able to position myself very well. Take this one, bring this into from your right hand, bring it into your left. Then you just use your hand to support it like that, a little bit. Then you move it to the right. Go ahead and take this one on your left hand, bring it into the right. You hold it and start braiding. Look at it. Simple method. There are different methods for you to get into braiding. So now the next thing you're going to do, make sure that your extensions will be covering this hair. When we're doing all this method, only the one hair in the middle have the natural hair. At this point, when you know how to braid, when you're comfortable in holding your braids for them not to unravel, you can split this natural hair into other hair. For me this time around, I'm going to do it this way. Let me put myself in your place that we're learning. So now use your natural hair to cover this. There's no point splitting the natural hair into use. Use your extensions to cover it and keep on braiding. The reason why you're covering it is that now we're even using colored to do this hair, different color. Now, when you're covering it, it's not going to be seeing the natural hair. And at the same time, it's going to help your braid last longer. So you always get adapted to this method of making sure that your extensions are covering the natural hair. I've braided this method. You see this method, because there's no rubber band in it, it makes it look like the natural traditional method. I'm going to show you what I mean. So let's quickly braid it down. Braid it down. You see, the more you braid, the more you practice, the more your braids, it looks finer and the faster you become. Yes, because the hair that will take you up to 7 to 8 hours to braid, if you're practicing every time, it's going to take you like 4 hours to do it. When they give you hair that will take you 4 hours or 10 hours, when I stand here to braid it, because I've been braiding for a long time, it might take me 4 hours or 3 hours. So if you really want to go into business with this thing, you have to practice. Make your braid faster. By making your braid faster is by practicing more. Look at how beautiful this braid is. Look at this. Can you see it? It looks like the natural hair. You see now, when the extension with this one, because you braided this one that we didn't use rubber band, it makes this one more lesser, as that lady said before, but then not too much, because this method are related to each other. Can everybody see it? Now, this is the third method related to the rubber band method. So now we have done this 3 method now. If I will ask question, if we repeat any of this method now, that means we will not be able to do the traditional method. So what do you think? Let's move ahead and do the other 3 methods. If we have enough time, then you can tell me which of the method you want me to repeat. I'm going to do it for you. Take note of this three we've just done. Then we're going into adding extension, natural and traditional method. Where are you from, man? I'm in Manchester, in United Kingdom. I'm in UK, Manchester precisely. So now we are going to go ahead and do this. We are going to do the natural method and traditional method now. Natural, traditional, you can call it natural method, you can call it traditional method of installing our extension. So let's do the first one. So this hair now, I told you, when you're taking the next hair, go ahead, tap, 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 and share the video. Share the video up to 20 people from your place. Most people are there, they don't know that we're here. You can help somebody to learn a skill. Most people are just home, they don't even have anything to do. When they learn this skill, it will help you. I'm telling you the truth, it will absolutely help you. So now go ahead and do this. When you take this, you open it like this from the middle of here. I'm far from Lister. Oh, okay. Oh, that's okay. It's not a problem, but just go ahead. I live in Manchester. I've not even been to that Lister before. There's a lot of places that we are here, we don't even go around the UK. We need to travel around UK. UK is still big. We need to go within our location and see travel, get out from our Manchester and see other places. So now, maybe that will be the next mission I will have very soon. Not at this point, but very, very soon. So now you go to different cities. So now this is the hair. This is the hair that we're going to be working with. And now I'm going to get my extension. I've already combed and brushed this hair nicely. So this is the traditional natural method. One of the methods that we're going to do now. So now I'm taking my extension. This is my extension. Other method I like to do this job. Yes, go ahead and get your money. Tomorrow, not tomorrow, I'm not coming in the weekends anyway because I have a lot of things to do. So when we come next week, one of my accounts is called GraceLawendhair. So when you type on the search button, you see GraceLawendhair. That is where I have TikTok shop on that. You go ahead and purchase your mannequin and every other things that you have to purchase. Get ready for your training. For this one that said, I like to do this job. That is good. So now you're going ahead to split this hair into two. When you split it into two, it's going to be ratio 2:1. The one you have on your right hand should be 2 times the one you have on your left hand. So now take this one that you have on the left hand, keep it on one side. Not even keeping it on one side. Sorry, I assume it. This one is the normal natural method. We're going to cross this one at this point. When we come to this method, but I'm new in the UK. Oh, that's not bad. If you're new in the UK, it's okay. It's absolutely okay. You just have to adapt to the method, and that is it. So now you take this and put this cross it. When you cross it like this, can you see it? It now makes it equal because we need 3 strands to do this hair. Look at it now. So the next thing you're going to do now, go ahead, watch this method. This is the first method. This is the first method when you're installing the hair naturally. I've done the first 3 methods related to rubber bands. Then now you have to do this one now. Look at the way I'm holding this extension. I've crossed my extension. Normally the same way we have our extension, I've crossed it. Then you now go ahead, adjust. I'm going to adjust my mannequin to position very well anyway. So now you hold this hair with this is my left hand. I'm holding the natural hair with my left hand. Then I take this extension that I've crossed now, place it on top of it. Hold it with your thumb and your index finger. I've told you that thumb and index finger play vital role when we're doing hair. The next thing, watch this method. Very simple, oh. Watch it. Most professional, that is the method they are using. I've watched a lot of videos. Most professional, they are used to this method because they started with it. That is it. So if this one gets into your hand, go ahead and use it. Out of the 6 methods or even more methods that are applicable, it doesn't really matter. As far as the hair is secured underneath and it will last you for 4 to 8 weeks, you can use any of the method. So now when you hold it this way, take this this handle on this side. The one of the handle is here and the other of this one, 2 of them are here. So you just take this handle, plait it, cross it like 1, then 2. When you go the second time, open your hands. When you open your hands like this, the left hand, between the middle finger and the ring finger, place this one. Between the ring and the middle finger, place that one. Then you now go here, open this one, split this natural hair into two. When you split it into two like this, you continue to braid your hair. On this occasion, you have to be careful, but sometimes when you don't hold it properly, it's going to unravel. Let's do it again because it's unraveling now. So now when you hold it, you just go ahead, plait it like this. One, and two. You place it here, hold it tight, split this hair into two. When you split it into two like this, you go ahead and start braiding. Take this one, cross it to this side, and bring this one to this side. That is it. Very, very simple. But any hair you're doing, always make sure that the extensions are covering the natural hair. You cover the natural hair, then you continue to braid. Then you see it. This is the first method from the natural method. This is the first method from the natural method. If this one is okay for you, when you try out the method, go ahead and start using it. Let me braid it down and I'll show you the result. This is the first method from the natural and tradition method. So that's it. Because now we are not inserting anything into this hair. We're just using our extension, crossing it and doing it on the hair. So now let me go ahead and finish this braid to the point whereby I'll show you the results. Yes. So let's go ahead and see the result of this one. Sometimes I don't finish the tips of the hair because we are going to need it to end up the hair. Can you see it? Now it's absolutely secured. You see? Very, very secured. So you see it? Very, very secured method. That's the first method. It's this one that we use, the last method from this is related to all this method, but the difference is that you have to braid it down. Yeah, that is it now. So now we are going to go into the next method. Let's be quick. If we be quick and we have extra time, I'm going to ask questions. Which of the method you want me to repeat? But if not, we don't have time. It's going to call it the end of the class for today. So now we are moving straight to the next method. Go ahead and grab the next hair from this side. Can you see it? You take it, because this one is going to fall in the middle like this. Can you see what I'm doing? It's going to fall in place here when you do the next one. Have your clip. This method we are going to do, this hair is going to be the third strand. This method we are doing now, the hair is going to be the third strand. This hair, if the hair is not long enough, maybe lengthy like this or half of this one, you cannot use this method, because if your hair is very short like this, rather you use the rubber band method, or you use the natural method that you have to grip the hair from the roots. But if your hair is long like this, you could be able to do this method. Let me show you how to do this method. This method, you don't need to cross the extensions at all. Just make sure you take the same size of the extensions you're taking for the other braids. Take the same size of the extensions that you took for the other braid. Now, this method, we are not going to cross it.
How to represent.
This method, we are not going to, yes, but we are not going to cross this hair now. This is the full hair we're using, and I'm going to hold it like this. This two is the two strands, then this middle will be the third strand. This is another simple method. Most people use this and they're happy with it. So if you're the type that would like to use this method, watch it and try. Anyway, you're trying all the 6 methods. When you try the 6 method, you see the one that was going for you, then we can do it. Let's give cheers to everybody supporting this live. Let's not make it dull. Let's give clap. This clap. Let it wake us up. So thank you so much. So now you're holding this hair. Look at it. Hold it with your left hand. This one, the natural hair is going to be the third strand of this method. So this is the hair. I didn't cross it. I didn't split it. We're going to split it while we're doing the hair. Place this hair in the middle like this. Can you see it? Place it in the middle like this. Hold it with your thumb and your index finger. Simple way to do braids with using the other method. So now you're going to take this one, start braiding immediately. Take it and bring it in from your right hand into the left. Grab this one, the natural hair, secure it. Hold it with your thumb and your index finger on your right hand. Bring this one off your left hand, bring it into the right. This method is simple. But when you braid it one and you braid it twice, you come in the middle. Look at it. braid it one or twice, come in the middle. When you come in the middle of this hair, you see this natural hair, you're not going to continue to braid natural hair like that. Since I've placed the natural hair in the middle, what are you going to do now? Take some extension here. The extension that you're supposed to split before and give it to this middle here. Take another extension, bring it up to this middle. At this point, if you're the type, if you know how to braid now, you can still share the hair to other hair, but don't do it. Go ahead and braid your hair until you get used to braiding. When you keep braiding, the techniques comes into your hands. Most of these techniques we are using, people created it because they keep looking for one way or the other to get into braiding. So now when it comes to this point, make sure that the extensions here are covering the natural hair in the middle. Then you go ahead and continue to braid. Can you see what is going on here? You go ahead and continue to braid. That is the second method when you're using the natural and tradition method. That is it. So you just go ahead and continue to braid your hair. That if your hair is not long enough, you cannot do this method. If the hair is not long like this, you cannot do this method. It's a short hair, you can use the rubber band method or you use the normal tradition method for doing this one. So now let's go ahead and secure it more. So now when you finish braiding this hair, I'm going to show you. So we are now going to do the last method that is mostly used. The last method that is mostly used by everybody. While you're learning up to getting up to that point to know how to do that method I'm going to do now. So now pay attention to this method. Most people, that is why they have been thinking, oh, how can I get, because of that method, make sure to introduce all this method to make sure that you get into braiding. But now we're going to do that method, which is the normal traditional method, the last method, that you're holding your extensions in one hand, then you go ahead and secure the hair from the root, grab it and you do it. That is where most people have problem. That is why we are here. So now we have done this one. You see, now every method we are doing, the braids are looking nice. So when you're doing this on your hair, nobody will say, oh, there's rubber band in it, or you don't know how to braid. No, you're doing the braiding. But now let's do the last method. When we do this last method, if we have time for questions, I'll throw out the questions. Then you tell me which one you didn't understand for me to repeat it here. But if not, I'm going to be sending the clips of the video the way TikTok have sent it. I'll put it out there for everybody. I sent about 3 of them this morning. You go ahead and watch them because we did it online. For those that were here yesterday, it will make them to recap what they have done. When they are doing their practice, it's going to help. But for those that are not here and you're here live today, tomorrow I'm going to send out what we have done here today. Send it out on the live to remind you of what you've been doing. So now we're going to take this one from here. When we take this one from here, it's going to fall in place like that. So now let's go ahead and take this one, clip it. So this method, let me comb the hair at the same time. When I comb this hair, always don't forget to always comb your hair when you're doing the hair. Don't forget to always comb the hair. Like the video, share the video. If you're here, follow me on my account, subscribe and like the video. In fact, thank you so much for all that and for the support. Let's give cheers to everybody supporting this live. God bless you all. So now this is the last one that we are going to do. See the extension. Let me make sure that the extensions, always make sure that the extensions are the same. Always make sure the extensions are the same. So now this is the extensions for it. Then the next thing you're going to do, go ahead and share this extension into ratio 2:1. So when you share it into ratio 2:1, the next thing you're going to do, go ahead and place it on each other. When you do that, it's going to be like this. Now I'm going to hold my extension on one hand because I need it like this. Simple. It didn't take me anything to hold it on this hand. Then I'll install it, right? But then if you want to learn how to hold this extension on one hand, if you know how to hold your extensions to secure your extension before, go ahead and use that method. But if you don't know how to do it, you can as well explain it to you now. So now this is my thumb, this is my index finger on my right hand. Go ahead and hold it. When you hold it, look at it. Take the thumb and index finger on your left hand, hold the other strand of the hair. Then bring this one, the last one, hold it here. You're going to be holding this hair like this. But if it's wobbling like this, you cannot do this. But if you're holding this hair and it's firm this way, watch me, I'm going to be moving only my right hand. See, this is my right hand, the middle finger, place it here. Move your right hand like this. When you move it, your index finger is going. Look at me, I didn't move this left hand. I'm holding this hair still. I didn't move it. So now take your middle finger, place it like this. Move, turn your right hand, then bring out your index finger here. When you bring it out, it's simple, but then when I'm explaining, it's as if it's difficult, but you have to go and try it. So when you try it, this one of the hair is going to fall on my index finger. One of the strand of the hair that you just flipped is going to fall on the index finger. The next thing you're going to do, you're going to be holding, look at my hands. I'm holding my extension. If you're into business or you want to know how to do this hair very well, you go ahead, you learning this point very well, because it's going to help you. It's going to be faster when you're doing hair. So you go ahead and hold this hair that you're going to braid down this way. Hold it like this. Take your left hand, section this hair, because now this method is the real natural traditional method of how we add extensions into the braid. All the hair is going to get the natural hair evenly. What you're going to do when you section this hair, hold it with your left hand, take your hands, move this extension that is falling on your index finger, move it closer. Take your index finger on your left hand, look at the index finger, place it in between your natural hair and these extensions. Look at it, it's coming out. Then you now release your hand. When you release your hand, you go ahead and hold this hair, grab it. This is the point whereby you're going to grab this hair. Don't let it go. Make sure you're braiding it down, not too tight, but secured. When you braid it down like this, it's already hold. That's where people have problem with this method. Then the next thing, we're going to flip our hand. You see the way I'm holding it? I can't continue to braid this hair like this. You see it? No. I'm going to bring this my hand out and flip it, turn it like this, turn it. You see the way my hand is turned? I want to turn the braid to the position whereby I can be braiding this hair. So when you're doing that, now all the three hairs, they have all the extensions. Look at this. This one have natural hair, this one have natural hair, and this one have natural hair. What are you going to do in this method? Go ahead and now make the extensions to cover the natural hair, despite three of them have it, and continue to braid. Can you see it? Continue to braid. This is the normal traditional method that everybody wants to do. That is why we ended up, instead of you wasting time that, oh, I don't know how to do this, and at the end of the day, you don't know how to add extension, you can as well use all these other methods and move up to this method. Can you understand it? So now let's finish this braiding. So when we finish this braiding, if there's any questions, you go ahead and tell me which of the method is not clear to you. But apart from that, I'm going to be sending in videos. There are a lot of videos going on there that you can watch when you're doing your practicals. You go ahead and do your practicals. The more you practice, the better you become. Braids and hair is done with our hands. You can watch me from now to tomorrow and you didn't practicalize what you're watching me do, you will not get it. But if you just go ahead and say, oh, I mean what I'm doing, I'm going to practicalize it, immediately you get it, and your hands is going to be giving you a technique that is suitable for you. As far as the hair is secured on the root, it doesn't really matter how you fix it, but make sure that it's secured and your braids are neat. That is it. Because normally I'm teaching you now, most people are learning from here. Do you offer face-to-face training for this place? If you live in Manchester, do you live in Manchester? If you don't live in Manchester, very soon we are going to be starting a training. I'm sending out things to people very soon. If you want to learn more than this, yes, okay, that's fine. Send me your number. Send me your number. Send me your number. When you send me your number, I'm going to take it from there. Go on my bio or my message when you see my page where you see Grace Lowen, just write me a message and send me. I'm going to take it. I'm going to reply you from there. Then we'll take it up from there. Now then, apart from that, if you're here, I don't want to announce it too much because you'll be getting text message very soon. You'll get a video to announce it that it has commenced. I'm putting things together. But now, despite that, you still have to learn this one I'm teaching you for free because you need it. The more you learn these things, it's going to be easier for you if you're leveling up. It's going to be easier for you. Very, very easy. So this is a natural and traditional method. You see, it's gripped all the hair from the roots. You see, grip, or that is where people are finding it very difficult to do hair. But apart from that, you can still do hair like this. All these ones we've done now, they are all almost the same thing. But now, if you want to use it as a business, you go ahead and do it. Learn this method because it's going to be faster, because you have about 60 to 80 braids to put up on the hair, or even more than. It depends on what the person asks. So now that we've done this part, we have only like few minutes more to go. If you have any questions, put it on the comment section. If there's no question, we'll leave it for today. Then when we come in next week, we'll continue. The classes, if you're joining us for the first time, can you please repeat the second traditional method? Okay, yes, I'm going to do that. The second traditional method is the one that you use the hair as a third strand. Yes, I'm going to do that. So if you're joining us for the first time, you're highly welcome. My name is GraceLawendhair from GraceLawendhair. When you watch the videos, share the videos, watch the videos, and comment if you want to comment. If you have any question on the comment section, ask me any question. I'll come here to respond. I will respond directly to you. If it's something that needs practical, we'll come here and do it. So thank you. I'm going to do the last method. Number 6 is faster and holds the hair firmly, yes. But as a beginner, yes. That is why we are using other methods. Thank you. We are using other method because you're a beginner. And now, with you using other method as a beginner, it's going to help you to get mastered into braiding and braiding fast. So go ahead and use the method to keep braiding your hair, because you need, apart from installing the extension, another thing is that you need to be fast and your braid needs to be clean and smooth when you're doing it. So if you're a beginner, go ahead and use any of this method, even if it's with the rubber band, to get mastered to braiding. You need it. You need it to be fast. If you're doing it, if you're going into business for these things, you need it to be fast. So then you can't see somebody down for like 2 days because you're doing one hair. No. So if you're just beginning, you don't know how to braid, use all those methods. That is why we are doing 6 methods. That method will move you up gradually from the first, the second, the third to the 6th. You see, the last method is only going to grip it from the root, and the hair is shed evenly. The natural hair is shed evenly by himself. But then if you know how to use other method and you want to share the hair by yourself, by the time you know how to braid, yes. Like me now, I don't want to start confusing us online here. When I'm teaching you, even the rubber band method, that hair that is in the middle, I can still split the natural hair to other hair, but I won't do it because I want you to learn it. By the time you learn it, you are the one that will notice, oh, I'm doing this hair. Okay, I've gotten to a stage whereby I will need to share this hair, even if I'm using natural method, because you've practiced it and you're okay with it. Let's do this last one, which is the method, the second method from the natural method, that you use the natural hair as a third strand. Then we'll call it a day for it. If you know you want to purchase your mannequin, because here we don't talk about mannequin, I have my other account, GraceLawendhair, you can get it from there. Normally I come 30 minutes time before the class. Then I'll tell you, okay, this is how, the ones you have to buy, the ones you do. Like most people now, they were late when we did this hair. Now this mannequin, they have it on this natural mannequin. Where is the hair? Is not coming out though. Yeah, come out now, please. Okay, now it's out. We did these 2 cornrows here online. If you were here when we did it, put yes on the comment section. Most people have just left. If you were here when we started, we did this. I showed you how to add extensions in the hair using the crochet pin to now cornrow. I did this. Then I did this Ghana weave here in front of you. If you're here when we did it, put it on the comment section. If you're going to try it, go ahead and try it. So you see, these are the styles of the day. What methods do you use to secure the tips of the virgin hair while braiding? Is it this virgin hair? No, there's extension in it. There's extension in this one. There's extension in this one. Then we added extension in the middle of it using the crochet pin before we did it. So that's why it has a finishing end with the extensions. And it's black. You think it's just rhymed to the hair. You see that it rhymes to the hair naturally. So now, let's go ahead and do this last one. We have only 10 minutes more to get in. Let me take some of this hair this way. This one that we are doing now, normally, most people are used to this method. If it's this method that you're used to, go ahead and use it. From the 6th method, any of the methods that you're using is okay for you. Go ahead and use it. Let's do this last one. Thank you. I've not when I was not when you, yeah, because we started 12 p.m. That is what I'm saying. If I'm going to check if the clips comes out, I'm going to send the clips. But if maybe TikTok didn't put on the clips for me for this hair, I'm going to do it separately. Then I'll send the video. Don't worry. You see how we did it? How we put use a crochet pin to put the extensions in the middle. Then we'll come. I'm going to do a separate video. But if I see the clips that is coming up and I have them, I'll send them in. So don't worry. So now I'm going to be brushing this hair. Comb the hair very well. So if you're joining us for the first time, you're welcome. This class is a tutorial class where we learn how to braid, how to install braids, how to install extensions, different methods into braiding our hair. So now we're going to take the size of this. With this method, I've already explained, you don't have to split the extensions into two. The person that asked the question, I didn't just get to recognize the name, but pay attention to this. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's give this chance to everyone that have been paying attention. So go ahead and practice. If you want to purchase your mannequin for practice, go ahead. Go on Grace Lawrence. You see my TikTok shop there. Go ahead and get it from there. Because those things that I put the link there, I have everything here. Everything that you're going to purchase, they have them here. So it's guaranteed that they are okay. So now you have this. Hold this one with your left hand. This is the extension. I didn't split this extension this time around. Let me turn this head so that you can see what I'm doing. So now you go ahead and take this one. When you take this one like this, place it in the middle. This is simple. Very, very simple method to do. So when you place it in the middle, hold it with your thumb and index finger. This is your natural hair. If the hair is not that long, you cannot do this method. But if the hair is long up to half of these inches, you can do this method as well. But if the hair is too short, you are going to do the natural traditional method, or you use a rubber band to hold onto the hair and put the crochet pin and start braiding your hair. You can use it to do that as well. So now hold this. Go ahead and take this one from your right hand. If you're a right-handed person, bring it into the left. You see the way I brought it into the left, and I just use my supporting hand to hold that extension. See, this is the hair in the middle. Grab it and secure it. Hold it with your thumb and index finger on your right. Take this on other extensions on your left and bring it into the right. You started braiding the hair already. This method is simple. Then you go ahead and braid it like 1 or 2 times. Then you bring this hair in the middle. Bring the natural hair in the middle. This natural hair, we are not going to continue to use this natural hair to be braiding it. It's going to be giving it this level, like you're seeing the natural hair. We don't want it like that, because this is a method of adding extension to hair. So now that you have your natural hair in the middle, go ahead and take part of this extension, bring it here. Borrow some of the extension, which is what you are supposed to do from the beginning, because we're using this method. Take the other extension from your left, add it here. Now you have the natural hair in the middle. Go ahead and braid. But when you know how to braid with this method, at the same time, you can split your natural hair to the other side. Good afternoon, I want to join your class. Okay, that's fine. Just send me the number. Send me your number on the message. I'm going to send. I've been forming everything. Everything is going to come together very soon. Then I'll send messages. You'll see the messages and everything. So now go ahead and take this. When you take this, you use your extensions now to cover your natural hair. Go ahead and braid. It's very simple to do this method. Can you see it? Go ahead and start braiding. Make sure that the extensions that you're having is covering. But if you know how to braid already, go ahead and split your natural hair. But on this level that you're a beginner, don't worry about it. Go ahead and braid. The more you braid, the more you get the techniques. You see it is going in and it's hiding all the hair. You're not seeing the natural hair, because now I'm using colored. If you want to practice as well as a beginner, try and use colored hair to practice, because it's going to help you to detect that you're hiding your extension. Because if you use the same color as the hair, you're not going to notice that you're hiding the natural hair under the extension. That's why I always use a colored hair to come and do trainings, so that by the time I'm showing you that Now this is brown and this is red, but you're not seeing the brown hair on top of the red hair. You're only seeing the hair. It only help your hair to last longer, the braiding, or it make it look very, very neat. Because if your natural hair is always popping up on your hair, the hair will not stay long. It will not last long. Before you know it, that natural hair will just be popping up, and you feel tired of the hair and you want to take it off. That is just it. So now this is the braid. Very, very beautiful. This method is good. Let's bring TikTok to the same level before we end up our class.
Suspect says she's
Yeah. So look at it. That's the method. So with this method, it's just that you're having the. Hey, who's calling me now? Sorry about this. Kendrick. Oh, Kendrick, wait, I'm going to call you back now. Oh, let me put it. Let me put it. Sorry about that, my son. So now, this is it. That is the last method. Can you see it? So this method we just did now. Most of the I have a comprehensive videos of all this method. Each method I did it in a full 4 minute videos. If you check on my account, you see it. All the methods are there. But then these clips, when we were doing it live, I used to send it as a reminder, like, oh, I've seen this method before. I was live when we did the method, so that you can be able to use it when you're practicing to get used to this method. So this is the end of the class today. If there's any other question, we are going to take that question. Bring it up next week, please. Bring it up next week. And if you know you've not purchased your mannequin, you need it for training, go ahead and get one from Grace Lowen. Next, I don't want to be putting my this thing up here, because if I put it up here, it's going to disrupt our videos. You're going to be seeing that 4 corner icon there. That's why I didn't put it. So thank you very much for today. If you're joining us for the first time, these live videos, we are all friendly. You see how everything is going on peacefully. When you follow the guidance and the rules, everything will go on peacefully. Nobody is going to we just do our thing and we leave gently. 2 hours and we just gently and move away from here. So thank you so much and God bless you all. I'll see you next week. And for those that have helped today to support this live, God bless you. This cheers goes to every one of you. The hands you use in tapping, everything that you've done today, I saw everything. God bless you all and thank you so much. We'll see you next week by the grace of God. And go ahead, order for your mannequin on the other Grace Lawens. You see it, go on the icon button, order for everything. You have the training head and everything. If you want the Afro type, order the Afro. And they reduce the price at this point, which is good for you. The stand is £6.95. The stand was £9 something before. Go ahead and order. Why the price will increase? If they increase the price, it will not be suitable for you. If you know you want to really go into the class training, go ahead and purchase yours from the TikTok shop. Thank you so much and God bless you. We're going to end the live now. Bye everyone and see you. And my name remains Grace. My name is Grace Lowen from GraceLawendhair. As you can see, share the videos, subscribe, follow, share to your friends, and we'll grow from here. Bye everyone. Bye. So thank you so much on Facebook. Thank you everyone. I know most people are going to be watching this video at one point. Go ahead, follow the video, share the video, and God bless you. Bye for now. Where is it again? Let me end. And thank you on the see now. Oh my god, I missed everything up. This is a YouTube. Thank you, YouTube, and see you guys next week. Bye for now. Bye, bye, bye.